on without any warning. That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I've known you for a little while, and I've always thought that you're so much kind of a great example of what you teach. You know, you're really into what you teach, which I think is very important in life, that you actually believe in what you do, because there are people who sell stuff who don't really care for it. So this is an interesting development that you're going to do on Saturday night in the hotspot. It's kind of a little bit more than your normal class, of course. So maybe you'd be best to explain. It's two parts to it.
Yeah, 2 parts. Well, I guess it came from the fact that I had a housewarming party in this very room, and we had dancers in here, and it was a Sweat Your Prayers session,
Right.
which is a 5 rhythms but without the teaching. And I just, what I saw was people having a good time doing the 5 rhythms and having a drink if they so wanted to.
Right.
So then the other side of it were my dancing tribe kept saying to me, when's the dance on, when's the dance on, why aren't you doing anything in the summer?
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd kill 2 birds with the one stone and see if it works. I'm 8 years now this October. We're doing authentic movement and dance. I've never taken it into an establishment with a bar, so just see what happens.
Could be trouble. I can feel it.
Well, I'm trying to try and my mission, I guess, is to try and seduce people with my music on my dance floor. So if it means me coming to you checking it out and thinking, hey, this is good, I had a good time, I like her sounds, they might be more inclined to join me on a Sunday morning.
Boom. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I did read that there's a great quote about dance. Somebody sort of said, being quite base about it, that dance is a vertical expression of a horizontal desire. And for some people, it's a kind of ritual about, you know, attracting another person, all that. But obviously, dance is a lot more than that, because it represents so many different, you know, cultures in different ways. They have different dance, but ultimately it is generally a celebration. I would have thought is a real big part of dance, but also can be very soothing. I don't know for you whether this all came from a certain thought about what dance can do. I don't know if it grew out of something that you did before, or...
Well, I guess for me as a young child, the freest place I was through movement. Like I put some music on, I'd get into my body, and if I was dancing long enough, I was no longer in my head, and I was just having fun. With my practice, you can have fun each time on the dance floor, but oftentimes, every time you turn up, it's a different part of you. So you can have an issue in your tissue, and you're not even aware of it.
Yeah.
You drop into the body and really feel like, hey, what's going on with my knee? If you hang out with that movement for long enough, the knee will actually talk to you. It will actually say things like, move on, let go, put this down, give it back. You know?
Right.
So through the movement, I find that I'm able to reach this place of stillness via movement. First, I'm kind of like throwing all the chaos, all the issues, all the dramas that's in my head and in my body out. And then when there's space, I can come to this Zen place. But I cannot do it the other way around.
Would you think stuff, you know, you look in popular culture like Northern Soul and obviously the rave scene, and before that there was always dance associated with various different kind of expressions of teenage music, and also going further back, you know, obviously the Charleston and all that, but then go way back, dance has always been part of tribal kind of, you know, rituals. I mean, do you think that that's all kind of one big groove, is all part of the same thing people are doing, or I guess people get different things out of
I
what,
do,
yeah.
I really do. What is it Gabrielle Roth says? She says the quickest way to change the psyche is to move your head as fast as you can. And therefore, I think with the rhythms especially, when we get to the middle of the session, chaos, where we are moving our heads as faster than that we can think, it's in that place that, you know, release comes and ecstasy comes, because I think we're just having a break from all of this drama going on in here. Oftentimes say, my best dances are when I'm exhausted.
Right.
And what's exhausted is my head, my
Yeah.
thoughts, my brain. So I bring my body along to the session. I move in an exhausted way so I can give validation to what's going on. And then underneath that exhaustion is freedom, is space, is movement, is dance, is just coming home to myself, tuning in and working out, what do I need in this moment?
I don't know. Did it take, when you started 8 years ago? Did it take long? Like, I mean, you're obviously, kind of a. I've known you for a little while now, and you always just seem very centered and happy. And I know there's, you've got 2 teenage sons, so that's not always easy in life to always be centered and happy. But I don't know what that you feel that comes a lot from the dance. You look great. I mean, I know you're 87, 88 now. I forget now, but you look great for your age. So there's all these benefits to it. I don't know whether you early on recognized that it was working for you, whether it took a long time to get into, the place you're at now.
Well, I remember in the early days, I started with a lot of emotional pain. So when I would step on the floor in a 5 rhythms room, fear was there to beat the band. Like, I was just frightened of everything as a child. Then I realized I was frightened of myself. And when I started the movement, it was like I didn't even know who I was, where I was, what is this body, and then under fear was sadness. So I just kept turning up. I just kept dancing. It was as if all the times I was ever frightened, they were stored in my body, and I was able to express that. Every time I was sad or something happened to me as a child and I had to push it down, which the normal response would be to cry, I found on the dance floor I was shedding loads of tears. Even if I came in there in a good space, even if I thought I was really happy, stuff would come out. Tears, joy, laughter, whatever, because that everything changes. And while I'm in it, it doesn't feel so good. But when it's on the outside, I kind of look over here and go, whoa, that was inside, now it's outside, and I feel a little bit more freer. I've made peace with whatever's going on. Yeah.
I suppose just to wrap up, we'll put all the links in and let people know about Saturday. They can explore a bit further on the Facebook page and also get in touch directly and all that. But would you have, for me now, my favourite dance song, and one of my favourite songs of all time will be Donna Summer's I Feel Love. I just think there's a kind of a almost transcendental quality to that song. It could go on for hours. I don't know whether you have a song that you always sort of, I don't know if there's certain songs that kind of knock you out. Maybe it changes week to week or month to month, but I don't know, there's a certain song that you tend to come back to again and again, or...
Well, that song Happy by...
Pharrell...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pharrell
Williams.
Not that version. There's another version. It's kind of like a bit more relaxed and it's not so happy in your face, but that kind of seems to bring me back to source.
I'll try and source the version you're talking about. I'll have a look around and check with you, and we'll put a link to it so people can kind of get that kick. But that's great. Next Saturday in the hotspot. You've got two parts of the night. We'll put the details above the video interview here. But yeah, well done. For 88, you look amazing. It's just unbelievable.
Thank you.